Welcome in Ravens flock. This is Jordan here with Ravens Flash Report, and today we're going to dive into what I feel is the Ravens' current dream draft for 2024 for rounds 1 through 5. Now, I say current because, of course, moves might still be made and needs and weaknesses could still be addressed before the start of the draft on Thursday, April 25th. For example, we know that the Ravens have recently brought in both Michael Gallup and Josh Reynolds to potentially fill wide receiver 3 or 4 role, which would make a day 1 wide receiver fairly unnecessary. Harbaugh also confirmed that they are still wanting to bring back both Clowney and Van Noy, but as Clowney has already signed with the Panthers and Reynolds with the Broncos, we see that changes are still happening and quickly. With all that being said, I will be approaching this with the mindset that the Ravens make no more moves before the draft. I'm going to break down my decision for each pick in each round, 1 through 5, and I won't be doing any trades in this scenario. Also, if the Ravens do end up making a move before the draft, I'll be adjusting this accordingly. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the draft and the players I pick, and if you want to put your dream draft down below in the comments, I'd love to look through them. Anyway, let's get to it. For round 1, I would have to say, barring any spectacular drops from an otherwise top 10 or top 15 player, I do think the Ravens should and will go for an offensive tackle in round 1, and my choice would be Tyler Guyton. At 6'7", 330 pounds, he is a great size for his position, and with proven mobility we saw not only from his play at Oklahoma, but also as a former tight end and his workout at the Combine. His 5'19" 40 isn't going to blow anyone away, but his other physical attributes more than make up for his lack of long speed. I'm more impressed with the pairing of his 34-inch plus arms attached to a lower body that can propel a 330-pound human almost 3 feet on a vertical jump and almost 9 feet from a standing broad jump. If you told me that an offensive tackle at 6'7", 330 pounds, who has long arms, fast feet, and strong legs, who allowed only 2 sacks with no other quarterback hits on 400 plus snaps last year in 2023, would be available at 30, I'd rush up there to take him, and that's just what I would do if Guyton is available. Not only does he fill a big need, he would also be arguably the best player available at that pick anyway, and with the 5th-year option in play, he could potentially be on a rookie contract through the 2028 season. My round 2 pick for the Ravens at number 62 is cornerback Max Melton from Rutgers. While slightly undersized at 5'11", 187 pounds, he has all the physical traits to be a starting corner in the league, and especially if he has a year to learn and rotate beside Humphrey and Stevens. Melton's athleticism is what drew me to this pick, because with a 4.39 40, a 40.5-inch vertical, and an 11-foot 4-inch broad jump, he is a fast, explosive corner that plays well in man coverage, and with above average arm length and his speed, is more than capable of making up for being slightly undersized. With a quarterback rating against him of only 73, according to NFLDraftBuzz.com, and over 2,000 snaps in his college career, Melton is a potential plug-and-play option for this secondary. My round 3 pick at number 93 would be wide receiver Devontae Walker out of North Carolina. At 6'2" and nearly 200 pounds, Walker stands out for his blazing speed, which is on full display as both a deep threat as well as a great runner with the ball in his hands. While his route running would need improving, he balances well on an offense with the likes of Zay Flowers and Rashawn Bateman, who excel in the middle of the field. The Ravens have lacked a true deep threat on offense since the departure of Hollywood Brown, but Walker could be that added piece to challenge defenses at every point on the field. The Ravens' offense in 2023 had a great blend of running the ball and throwing to the middle and towards the numbers, but with only 14 of Lamar's 457 total pass attempts traveling over 40 yards, the Ravens struggled to utilize the deep ball consistently throughout the season. In truth, I have seen Devontae Walker taken as early as the mid to late 70s, but I've also seen him available more often than not when the Ravens are on the board at 93, so I'm going to consider him part of the dream draft. The Ravens have 2 picks in the 4th round, at 113 and 130. For the first round 4 pick at 113, I want offensive lineman Dominic Puni from Kansas State. At 6'5" and 315 pounds, he may be a bit undersized for tackle, which was his most recent position at Kansas, but he would be a great guard, which is also a position he has a lot of starting experience at. While projections have him going anywhere from the low 90s to low 120s, I'm hopeful that the Ravens will be able to swoop in and grab him as an immediate option to challenge for the starting guard spot in 2024. Even if he's too green to get the start, His positional versatility and excellent pass blocking would make him a perfect fill in or rotational piece should the need arise, whether through injury or improved play on Pooney's end. Either way, the Ravens getting Pooney here would be a marriage of drafting the best player available and positional need. For the Ravens' second fourth round pick and their fifth overall at 130, I would like to see the Ravens draft edge Javon Solomon from Troy University. Now, there will inevitably be questions surrounding the level of competition he faced in college, but the physical tools were still present and undeniable. The other factor that I believe plays to the Ravens' strengths, in particular for this pick, is that while he may have some shortcomings, the presence of Chuck Smith, aka Dr. Rush, could pay huge dividends early in Solomon's development. With long, heavy arms, a sizable array of pass rush moves, and extremely quick off the line, I think this could transform into another mid round gem in a year or two, proving huge for this defense, which already has an all pro defensive line pass rusher in Justin Matabike. Now, as I said in the beginning, I'm only going to be covering the rounds 1 through 5 in this video. If you want a full 7 round 9 pick dream draft video, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll get on to our final pick today, and that is 5th round pick number 165, where I would like to see the Ravens draft safety Tyke Smith out of Georgia. At 5'10" and 200 pounds, Smith might seem a bit undersized for the safety position, but with his mixture of ball hawking free safety play pulling in 4 interceptions just last year, paired with his 4.46 speed and coverage ability, he instead turns into a playmaking multi-tool for first-year defensive coordinator Zach Orr to use at his disposal. A lot of people felt Geno Stone couldn't play safety with his measurables, but that proved to be untrue. And while Geno may have been more of a diamond in the rough than most, it's safe to say that with 70 combined tackles, 46 of which were solo, and a proven ability to make quarterbacks pay for late or errant throws, we may have found yet another diamond, this time in the 5th round with Smith. So these 6 players are ones that I feel would be able to immediately have an impact on the team, whether by starting in the case of Guyton at right tackle, in a rotation like Melton, Walker, or Solomon, or as depth pieces that can be relied upon even in year 1 to contribute if called upon, like Pooney or Smith. There are many directions that this draft could go, but this is what I believe would be a great draft result for the first 5 rounds, gathering talent as well as addressing some serious concerns. Anyway, thank you all for checking out this video, and like I said earlier, let me know what changes you would make to this dream draft, and if you like the full 7 round 9 pick video, let me know down below. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want more, and as always, stay safe out there, and go Ravens.